everyone, welcome back to Find Me in a Book podcast.
Hi.
Today, we are talking about a book that is about a natural disaster.
Oh boy.
Guess?
San Andreas.
That's a natural... No, not a specific
Pacific
natural,
Rim.
Not a specific natural disaster.
I thought you meant like an actual event.
No, I just kept saying not a specific one.
Okay. Volcano.
No.
Earthquake. Flood.
Tornado.
I was going to get there.
Okay. This is a book about a tornado.
All right.
Not like a... It's about storm chasing. It's not about like a tornado in a relationship with someone. I have never read a book like this before, where he's a storm chaser. Like he's this famous storm chaser, and she is a student of his in college.
Is this like the movie Twister?
I think it is similar. I don't really
that's about
remember.
Tornadoes and storm chasers.
Is it? Well, yeah, I remember that.
What is it? Not Bill Pullman. Something Bill.
Yeah.
Bill something. He's not with us anymore. And Helen Hunt were the romance interests.
So this book is called Whirlwind by Kayla Grosse, or Grosse. And I saw this just once on TikTok. And they're like, you want to read about someone or read about a couple that they go through this tornado and they immediately bone after? And I said, yes, I do. Yes, I do want to read that.
Why?
I don't know. I think tornadoes are so terrifying. They're the scariest, I think, like natural disaster.
I think a tornado would be really scary.
I had nightmares as a youth of tornadoes. Never been in one. Idaho is very rarely getting tornadoes. I think this book is similar to Twister because he's a professor at this college. He's this professional storm chaser. And she's a student in his class. She's very smart. She wants to storm chase. Like, she's very knowledgeable. So they've had a lot of sexual tension up until the beginning of this book, which I thought was very interesting, that this book doesn't start at them meeting. It starts like halfway through of her being his student and having that tension. And so that weekend when she goes on the storm chasing trip with him because she got like the best grade in the class.
Let that be a note to you writers out there. You don't always have to start at the beginning.
Yeah.
You can start in the middle of the action and your audience will be with you.
Yeah, that's exactly it, because within like the second or third chapter, they were chasing this tornado and the car gets flown away and they have to like hunker down in this ditch.
Wait, while they were in the car?
No, they got out of the car because she's a photographer. She's a natural disaster photographer, or like a tornado photographer.
Okay.
And also does the storm chasing. So they went out and they realized that the tornado was coming too quick, so they couldn't get back to the car. Or if they did, then it's more dangerous in a car than to get out and go into a ditch.
That is true.
So that's what they do. And he's like over top of her and it's really scary. And once the tornado like passes, she turns, looks at him, has that tension that has already been built up until this point.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty strong aphrodisiac. Nearly dying and him saving her life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that just immediately breaks and they get it on. They get it on. And this book is actually really spicy. It's like, I'd say it's about a 4 for me. Where it's like pretty descriptive. Actually a 3.5, 4. It could be more descriptive. But it was pretty spicy and
not enough description of veins.
Exactly.
For you.
Not enough craziness.
Not enough tentacles on the penis.
Oof, nope. So they get it on, but then she's like, whoa, hold up. And he's like, oh, I regret this. And he says that to her. So he says it like, I regret this. And she's like, ugh, well, how did I get this spot? Because you were attracted to me? Or am I getting the grades that I'm getting? Like, do you actually think I'm smart? And so it goes through this whole thing. And he's like, oh my gosh, I messed up. And he asks her to go on this big storm chasing. Well, that's the big weekend. They went, okay, let me back up. So they went storm chasing even before it was scheduled for that weekend.
And he's like a college professor?
Yes, he is.
And she's his student?
He's 42 and she's 25. And so it has that age gap romance too, forbidden romance because she's his student. And so
Yeah.
as they go through all of this, they're storm chasing. They have a fun group of friends that you meet.
Well, you'd have to have a fun group of friends to go
storm
chase
chase? Yeah.
storms.
And so
We all get
then-
wasted and go chase those tornadoes.
Yes. At that point, Riker, that's his name. I guess I'm just barely saying his name.
Riker.
Riker and Finley. Finley's the girl.
These are such like badass names.
They are.
Riker, the storm
Finley.
tracer. This is Finley. She's a girl, but we
She's
give her
passionate,
kind of a more
messy.
masculine name.
Storm photography.
Storm photographer Finley. Tornadoes aren't the only pipe she takes pictures of.
2 weeks later, he's like, I messed up. Like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that. Da, 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 da. And she's like, meh, I don't know. And she's actually pretty smart about it. Like, she's like, I don't think we should do this. And he's like, I'll quit my job for you. And she's like, no.
At 42 years old, my guy,
Yeah.
what are you going to do?
He's a storm chaser.
I
He
know
gets
he's a storm-
funding.
he
He gets a lot of funding from it, and he's
right.
social media famous too.
Okay,
Like-
so he's going to quit his job,
Yeah,
though.
as a professor. So she's
Oh,
like,
as a professor.
absolutely not.
Okay.
She's like, I will defer a year, and we'll figure it out from there. And he's like, no, I already quit. And like, it was kind of dramatic. But the
The
thing
idiot.
is, there is no depth to these characters. You do not know. I have no idea how many siblings she has. I don't know if her parents are still alive. I don't know where she grew up, the town that she grew up in. I don't know anything about this girl.
This book sounds like an action movie.
Of smut. Like that was
Action
it.
movie
Like,
of smut.
If you want a really good here's the thing. If you want a really good right now present timeline, you don't care about their background, you don't care about what's happening to them in the future right now, this book is perfect because you're in the right now, they're going storm chasing, they have this romance, and it happens. There's just not a lot to it.
How long does this
But
book take place? Is it like over a month or?
No, I want to say it's only a couple weeks.
Wow.
Like, that's why I feel like it's a run and gun. Like, if you want a good plot, good story, like, you like the characters, but it's just quick. It's only about 200 pages, 240 pages, so it's a quick book. But if you want emotions, if you want their mama's best friend's daughter is doing this over here, you're not going to get that. But it was a really good book. I liked it.
So not a lot of backstory that you have
Yeah.
to know. Really, you can
Exactly.
pick up the book, you can read it.
Yep.
Everything's there. You don't have to worry about baggage.
Nope. Nothing.
No flashbacks. It's just
Nothing.
go.
And I loved it. It was like, you know what? I can pick this up and have it done in a nighttime. Like, maybe the next day. This is like, and then you put it on a shelf, you recommend it. And I loved it. I really liked it a lot. It gave me the emotions that I was looking for. It gave me the romance. It gave me, like, just every checkbox. With the forbidden romance, the age gap, and the storm chasing. Also, the author apparently did a ton of research about storm chasing before writing this book.
I really don't understand the purpose of storm chasers.
I don't either. That's what I was thinking the whole time.
I know they're
was like,
gathering
why do you do
research,
that?
but it's like, yeah. Like, I could understand storm chasers being like on the ground reporters, letting people
Yeah.
know where the danger is. Like
meteorologists, like, hey, I am here. This is what's
yeah.
happening.
Well, I mean,
like-
meteorologists are in a studio somewhere looking at a Doppler. But I mean,
Yeah.
like, I could understand storm chasers being like, the tornado has touchdown
Yeah.
or something like that. Like, that makes sense. But
like,
even then, I
storm
feel like you
chasing,
could
like,
replace them with a
you're
GoPro.
Going right into the middle of this natural disaster that you cannot predict.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what this research is for, so that they can predict them more often. I could see that. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, well, that's what they say in all the movies. Like every movie they've ever done has always been to throw a bunch of sensors into a tornado
Yeah.
and be like, we're going to get readings so that we can give people more time and get there quicker, which is a great reason to chase storms.
Yeah.
But how? And why hasn't it been accomplished yet after
what I'm
all of
saying.
these years?
Aren't they all the same?
We have drones now. You could
Yeah.
just fly an Amazon drone into the middle of a tornado miles away, like from very good safety. And couldn't you just, I mean, yeah, the drone would be destroyed, but wouldn't you get the readings that you want?
That's what
Just
I think.
fly the drone right into the middle of it?
Yeah.
Problem solved. I know that doesn't make a good movie or a story, but I mean, Drop $1,000 on a drone and fly a sensor
That's
into
what
the
I'm
middle.
saying, like protected or something.
Don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars of funding. What
Would you rather?
would I rather?
Would you rather be renowned for your storm photography like
Would I rather be
Finley?
what?
No, renowned?
What was the first way you said that?
Renowned.
Renowned? I don't
That's
I don't
how
want to
I'm
be
spelling-
renowned. I want to be renowned.
Renowned.
Okay.
For your storm photography like Finley,
right.
or for your groundbreaking meteorological research like Riker.
I'd take the photography.
Really?
It's a lot more Instagrammable.
Not the research that will go down in history and could change the world.
Nope.
You'd want to do photography.
I'll take the photography.
Okay, cool.
I feel like I could survive a tornado. That's really what it is. I think I could get through a tornado no problem.
No problem. I agree. So Riker, I love that his nickname is Tornado Daddy. That's what they call him on the internet. And I'm like, wow. Follow us on Instagram. We're there. TikTok, we're there. Just all the places. So
Thanks for watching.
thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.